Recently, I learned that NS can refund your money in case of train delays or train was cancelled. And maybe when a train was cancelled, you took a different route and it was more expensive. But when I tried this myself, I discovered that it wasn't as straightforward. So on the NS website, there is this money back page, and you can get your money back if you forgot to check in or check out. This one I'm aware. Let's say you checked in at a particular point, then you forgot to check out. I think if it's a train, they take 20 euros. You can always go back to fix that, and then instead of taking 20 euros, they'll take the actual amount for the trip. So I'm aware of that. But there is other page, money back in case of delay, maybe 30 minutes delay, 60 minutes delay, train was cancelled. So my story, on Sunday on my way to church, I had 4 cancelled trains. I had the first cancelled train, then I had to take a different route. I went to the other place. I had another cancelled train. I waited for the next one in that other place. The train was cancelled again. Then I went to another route and the train was cancelled again 4 good times. And then I eventually used an Uber to church where I spent over 30 euros. And then someone told me you can actually get the 30 euros back from NS, but no, that doesn't work. So when you go to this page here, money back in case of delay, were you delayed on an NS train, you can submit a claim for travel expenses. This is possible for delays as short as half an hour, so on. You won't get your money back if your travel expenses are less than this. A long travel time had already been announced in advance. A carrier other than NS, you did not have a valid ticket, blah, blah, blah. So now let's check if I could get a refund. Okay, am I entitled to a refund? They have this helpful questionnaire where you can use to know if you are entitled to a refund. So in my case, my train was delayed. It was a journey in the Netherlands. It was a standard train journey. I experienced a delay of less than 30 minutes. I experienced a delay of 30 to 59 minutes. So let's say I experienced a delay of 30 to 59 minutes and I used the OV chip card, and it also asks, do you have a My NS? I don't think this matters, but let's say yes. Well, in this case, I could get a refund, which would depend on the season ticket because there was a delay of 30 to 59 minutes. Also a delay of 60 minutes. I arrived at the destination, OV chip card. Again, you can get a refund. But that was not my case. In my case, it wasn't a delay of 60 minutes. It was, I had to pay extra due to a delay or disruption. And what I had to do was to book a taxi to get home. Technically, I wasn't going home, but let's say home. This is the interesting part. It says, did you get permission from an NS employee to book this taxi? In my case, I didn't. I was in a hurry. The train was cancelled. I didn't get any permission, and when I go to know, it says NS must always decide whether and how taxis are used as a replacement transportation. We will not refund costs for taxis that you arrange on your own initiative. So now I can't get a refund because I booked the taxi on my own. I'm guessing what I should have done here was to reach out to an NS contact person at the station and ask what to do, and then when I get permission to book a taxi, then I can get a refund. But I didn't get any permission, I just did it on my own. The same thing happens too if you had to book a hotel. They ask you again, did you get permission? If you booked hotel with the permission, then you can submit a claim using this. Good to know, NS must always decide whether and how hotels are arranged for travelers. So they have to give you the permission for that, which is why this is not very straightforward. If you had a delay of 30 to 59 minutes and 60 minutes, that one is straightforward. You can get your refund. I guess I haven't tried it out, but at least what the website says. But when you have these other things, there is also this one where I had to pay extra due to a delay because I had to travel with public transport company or via another route or different route. When you go there, it also asks you again, did you travel via an alternate route provided by NS? And if you didn't use the alternate route provided by NS and you did your own, so I click no, again, NS will always recommend alternate routes via other public transport providers on this page. We will not compensate you for travel with another mode of transportation and will not compensate extra expenses if you choose an alternate route yourself. So what does all of this mean? This means if you want to get NS refunds, as we saw, you could get it straightforward if you have a delay of 30 to 59 minutes and a delay of at least 60 minutes. I don't think you don't get anything with a delay of less than 30 minutes. But then when you have to pay extra due to a delay or disruption, you have to ensure that you are following what NS recommended. Either you go on the NS app and then it tells you, okay, this particular route is cancelled or is delayed. This particular route, there's a disruption. Follow this route instead. Now, when you follow such alternative route on the NS app, not on Google Maps or some other maps that you use, you can get a refund back because that was something that the NS service actually recommended to you. In the case where you have to book a taxi or you have to book a hotel, you have to ensure again that this is a recommendation or you get permission from an NS employee. Maybe you give a call to the NS service or you find an NS employee staying at the station where you want to book a train. You have to ensure you do that, else you won't get your refund back. Then there's this last one. I missed a flight concert due to a delay. We're sorry to hear that you suffer disruptions. We do not pay compensation for these damages. That's really sad. What do you don't do anything about it? Anyways, in case you didn't know before, usually you can get refunds back from NS. You can come to this money back page and you can find whatever your situation is and see if you're liable to getting money back.